You can be seated.
We will continue. We've got a couple from the morning docket. You want to do those before we do the arraignments, Mr. Medina?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, because we're doing it in the afternoon. I'm drafting this stop and all this agreement. It's going to take a couple
We'll
minutes.
do the arraignments. Just let me know when you're ready.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, there's also someone that was supposed to be here this morning who I was in Glover. So I don't remember if he had the public defender, if they had the public defender or not.
So Mr. Glover here. Why don't you come forward here? I'm finding your
Number 11 on the morning docket.
My apologies, sir. I apologize. I thought my court date was at 1:30, and I didn't arrive until 11. And with all due respect, I apologize, Your Honor.
already got a full jail. I'd rather not add anybody because need to be in there. Okay, so you're here on this case number 23 CF 222. This is a violation of probation. This is your first case, your first time up on this case. This is technically a new case, and therefore you have the right to have an attorney appointed. You should have an attorney appointed.
Yes, sir, please.
Are you wanting to?
Well, Judge, my only concern is, did you say that you're going to recall the case?
I am. I'm withdrawing the case. I didn't say.
Judge, with regard to the offer, I'll just communicate that to the PD's office at a later time.
So I'm going to appoint the public defender, and I'm going to enter a denial on your behalf. That'll preserve your right, give you a chance to talk to your attorney, and we'll come back on November 14th at 9 a.m. Bless you. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So hook up with your attorney and then.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
What date is that set for now?
14th of November.
Yeah, that's good. Which state attorney is handling Blue?
That's my
Is that yours?
Yes, sir.
I think we dealt with that. There was just a little confusion over that. That's case number 23 CF 2001, Mr. Notes' case.
Correct.
We continued that to the 12/13.
It was either 12/13 or DOCKET. I don't know which one it was. If Ms. Moffitt says 12/13. He does have another case coming from Crestview, so I'm not sure why it was put on docket.
Yeah, so,
And that may be why they put the recording it back in today. There's another case coming from Crestview.
so is this 2001 case, the case that was, we had Monday or Tuesday?
Yesterday, 23 CF 2001.
Okay.
And I just want to see what is coming from Crestview. 2029. It hasn't been transferred yet. But he has Mr. Notes on that case as well, so I guess Mr. Notes will look into it.
Okay, so it continues till 12/13, which is what was determined last time. One other issue from our docket, I believe it was yesterday, we had a Victoria Hook. It's case number, the PTI recall on case number 22 CF 2799.
I vaguely.
Stevens is on the attorney, but nobody showed yesterday, and I'm just,
I vaguely recall you speaking about that, Your Honor,
I mean, we talked about it, and we put it aside, and we never came back to it.
well, and it says it was Miss Leone's case, and Miss Leone works in Crestview now, but if any of us can handle it, I don't know if it. Looks like it's gonna be the term also, the issue because then we'll put it back on the docket.
Yes, Your Honor, it's going to be my case.
Yeah, it's gonna be-
So,
I would ask that we just reset it, and you can go ahead and send your notice in the mail.
And they were returned under the-
why don't we set it for,
Judge, if the mail
the
return,
PTI recall, so, go ahead.
if the mail returned undeliverable, we have to issue a KPS because we don't have any other updated address for her.
And that info.
And that's the only address I see on file for the clerk.
Was she noticed at the hearing?
I don't think it didn't come back undeliverable. So if it came back undeliverable, then she was not noticed.
I could attempt service at the address that's on the arrest report.
There's also an address on the PTI agreement that was filed that's different than the first.
Okay, is it in the captain one? Okay.
Didn't
We're
go
going to
for it.
change her address.
So should,
Can you all take me?
I would, one on the PTI would probably be the most reliable, I would think.
I would suggest maybe parole probation have Ms. Ross try to contact her if she was on PTI and let her know that the next court date would probably be the easiest way to do that.
Alright.
Good suggestion.
As far as one side, but she has been in return because she didn't have contact with me, so
At all.
I don't know.
Okay, so we'll reschedule it for, the 11th of December. 11th of December, and
December 11th.
want to go off of yours?
I can, Your Honor.
Your compadre is not here, so.
Yes, Your Honor, I can go ahead and call some people. I'll start with Anthony Gaynor. So Mr. Gaynor will be Trudy Grant. And this is Mr. Gaynor before the court. He has a public defender application that we're going to file soon.
Okay.
That's liabilities or debts. Do you have any liabilities or debts? That's 0. There you go. That should do it. Wait, what? Do you want a private PD? Bailiff is very tough on these applications. At this time, Your Honor, we plan on entering a not guilty plea, and Mr. Gaynor's case should be set for December 11th already.
Very good. So if it's not, we'll continue it till December 11th. 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Grant?
Your Honor, next is going to be Trudy Grant, I'll be followed by Daniel Gaddy. I checked and Ms. Grant has already filled out the public defender application and was approved for the public defender's office. At this time, if we can enter a not guilty plea on her behalf, her case is already scheduled for the December 11th.
Very good. Enter a not guilty plea, continue until December 11th, 9 a.m.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just be in touch with your attorney in the interim to figure out where you're going with this. Thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Grant. Ms. Grant.
Ms. Grant.
Thank you. Your Honor, the last one I've got right now is going to be Daniel Gaddy. I had him fill an application out earlier. The clerk reviewed it. It appeared to be accurate. At this time, if we can enter a not guilty plea and ask that this case be scheduled for December the 11th.
Very good. The court will enter a not guilty plea and will continue this matter until December 11th, 9 a.m. Thank you.
Brian Hicks. Brian Hicks. If I can pass Mr. Hicks, Your Honor, he showed up after I was calling earlier.
Okay. Okay, is Damian Kennedy here? Just come forward to the podium. Would the state announce this? He has no attorney at this point.
This is the state versus Damian Kennedy, case number 23 CF1911. This is a trafficking case, so there isn't a man.
I know. So, Mr. Kennedy, this is a new case. This is the first time up in arraignment. You do have the right to have an attorney appointed if you feel you cannot afford one.
Your Honor, we already had the hearing. He was found not indigent.
Okay. You going to hire a private attorney?
Yes, sir. I just need a little more time.
Okay. The court's going to enter a not guilty plea in your behalf because that preserves your rights. We're going to come back on December 11th at 9 a.m. That's 2 months from now.
Okay. I can make it happen.
Between now and then, get an attorney and talk with him and get your attorney to come tell him about, or her, about December 11th at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Okay, question?
No, sir.
See you then. Okay. You want to,
I can address my out of custody, Your Honor,
Okay.
and I can also do my inmate plea and appearance whenever it's convenient, but probably I have to clear the courtroom first, I guess.
for what?
I'm sure Your Honor wants to do the people in the audience before we do
Sure.
the two inmates from the morning.
Yes.
I apologize. Yes, may I call Lorena Allen, Miss Allen? I don't see Miss Allen or hear her responding, Your Honor.
Is Miss Allen properly
She's docket number 1, 23 CF 2010. I don't know that I have any information.
We're kind of verifying service because we've had so much trouble with it.
Yes, Your Honor, I don't have any information about service.
Is the state helping me out?
I'm sorry.
This is Lorena G. Allen.
Whose case is that?
That's mine, I'm sorry.
She served?
Just a second, I'm sorry. Your Honor, it looks like Your Honor, it looks like on the 2nd of September, she signed for a signature bond. On that signature bond, it did tell her to appear on the 10th of October, which is not today. It looks like a notice was sent to her attorney. So that would have been, it would have gone to Mr. McKee.
So, I don't understand why the notice goes to the attorney where there hasn't been a formal appointment. That's really not the best way to get notice to people.
In this case, though, I have you listed as the attorney, so you must have been appointed.
But it's provisional if it's just based on first appearance, which it probably was. I see a first appearance, the box was checked, but...
Okay. Well, I don't see any service, so we need to reschedule this. I guess we'll reschedule for the next felony, see if we can get her served.
Your Honor, does Mr. Medina want to just enter a plea of not guilty for her and then
Yes.
notice her to be
And she's on December 11th, so that'll bring it to a head, and we have the information. So
Very good. So we'll enter a not guilty plea, come back on December 11th,
Okay.
9 a.m. Matthew Allen.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Allen? Your Honor, Matthew Scott Allen's docket number 2, 23 CF 1933. He would like to enter not guilty plea at this time, and I think he's already on December 11th.
Very good. Court will enter not guilty plea, continue until December 11th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Be in touch with your attorney in the interim, okay?
You need a card? You already have my card? Yeah, I thought I did.
Jacob Arnold.
Sir? Mr. Allen? I'm sorry, Your Honor. Mr. Allen needs to make sure your application gets discussed with the clerk's office. Okay? You need to turn that in with the clerk's office on the first floor. Thank you.
Mr. Arnold, you can come forward.
Your Honor, Jacob Tyler Arnold. How do you pronounce your last name?
It's Arnold, but you can say Arnold if it's easier.
Okay. Docket 3, 23 CF 2030. He would like to plead not guilty, and I believe he's on December 11th, Your Honor.
Correct.
Very good. The court will enter a not guilty plea, continue this matter until December 11th at 9 a.m.
And I don't believe he has a completed application form, so please fill that out, turn it in at the clerk's office before you leave the courtroom.
Thank you.
Now, do you have my card?
I have a phone number, I believe.
I'll give you my card. Okay. Thank you.
You want him to have a minute sheet or you?
You can have it.
Thank you.
Brooke Barnett.
Your Honor, Miss Brooke Elizabeth Barnett for the court, docket 5, 23 CF 1920. She would like to plead not guilty, and I believe she's on December 11th, Your Honor.
Very good. The court will enter a not guilty plea. We'll continue this matter till December 11th at 9 a.m. Make sure to be in touch with your attorney in the interim.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I believe you turned in your application.
Yes, sir.
Do you need a card? Thank you. I'll take you instead of one.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Daniel Brooks. Mr. Medina, would you announce?
Yes, Your Honor. Steve Medina for Daniel Lamar Brooks, docket 11, 23 CF 1930. It looks like the state's information is filed, so he will plead not guilty and remain on the December 11th, I believe.
Very good. The court will enter a not guilty plea and will continue this matter till December 11th at 9 a.m.
And Mr. Brooks does need to apply for the public defender on the...
Sir, I have.
Oh, you have it now. Okay, I didn't have it in my file. Thank you, ma'am. I'm going to give you my card. Yes, sir. Katie is an assistant. If you don't mind calling her and set an appointment. Okay? Thank you.
Eric Carrillo.
You, sir.
Eric Carrillo. Do we have service on this? Do you have any information on Mr. Carrillo?
Mr. Medina already said not guilty for him.
Okay, good.
Huh.
And we're coming back on December 11th?
Oh, that must have been a written plea of not guilty.
Yes.
I think we did that yesterday.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Clerk. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that. December 11th then, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
And next, I've got Danielle Klein. She's here, coming forward.
And Your Honor, Ms. Klein will, Steve Medina with Danielle C. Klein and 23 CF 1993. She would like to enter a plea of not guilty. And I've already met with her and had some contact with the state.
So we'll just come back our regular pretrial December 11th?
Yes, Your Honor, please.
So we'll continue this matter, enter not guilty plea, and come back December 11th at 9 a.m. Just be in touch with your attorney in the interim. Christopher Day, D.
You go ahead, you take that.
How do you pronounce your last name, sir?
Day, sir.
Day?
Yes,
Okay. Christopher Day, Mr. Medina.
Thank you, Your Honor. Christopher M. Day, before the court in 23 CF 1599, who would like to plead not guilty and remain on the December 11 docket.
Very good. The court will enter a not guilty plea. Continue this matter till December 11th at 9 a.m.
And unless, I do see an order appointing public defender, so I think that resolves that. So we don't need an application. So I'm not sure that how that came to be, but it's from the court. So thank you.
Your Honor, can I take my last one on the docket for today? Brian Hicks.
Mr. Day.
Your Honor, this is Mr. Hicks before the court. This time we're going to enter a not guilty plea. He's already been scheduled for that December 11th date.
Very good. The court will enter the not guilty plea. Continue this matter till 11th of December, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Be in touch with your attorney in the interim.
Your Honor, I don't have anything else before you. May be excused.
You may. Have a good evening, Your Honor, if I may be excused. You may. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, this is Ms. Jerry Estefano.
Say again.
Ms. Jerry Estefano from Mr. Medina. They have a plea.
Okay.
You say I told you that would be.
What about Yeah.
But,
If we do the 2 pleas, then I'll call it.
Mr. Medina, this is your,
Yeah, Your Honor.
Mrs. Stoppinall?
yes, Your Honor. May I have just half a moment, Your Honor?
Sure.
Your Honor, Mrs. Stoppinall is signing a VOP agreement to resolve her violation. And Your Honor, I'm making a copy so I can approach the court with it, and I believe I have a score sheet. Which she is familiar with, and we accept the score sheet, Your Honor.
Very good.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, under this agreement, she's going to be resolving her VOP, and I needed to put a couple of things on the record. Basically, this is not with my recommendation. She had a drug court recommendation from the probation officer. She's not interested in drug court, Keaton, or Phoenix House. I think there might be some one or more mitigating factors. It's a violation of probation for technical grounds only, but she is making this decision. She believes it's in her best interest. I'm not sure it is, but that's her decision to make. I'm not doubting her competency, but it's going to turn her into a convicted felon. It's sending her to prison, and if she thinks that prison is a nicer place than Okaloosa County Jail, I cannot agree with that assumption, but I don't have personal knowledge. But that's all I needed to say, Your Honor. Under the agreement, there will be an admission of violation. There will be an adjudication of guilt, turning her to a convicted felon for the first time. There will be a 12.1 months DOC with credit for all time served. There will be $100 DOP fee, $150 public defender fees. And her options include not only perhaps drug court as recommended by the PO, but also a VOP evidentiary hearing, which she's not wanting to pursue, where she could pursue a theory of that she lacked willful or substantialness in her violation allegation. So, thank you.
Mrs. Stoppinall, is that how you pronounce your last name?
Yes.
Ms. Stoppinall, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, slide that mic over and speak into it so I can hear you. Ms. Sharpless, is the state in agreement with this?
This was the state's agreement.
Okay, so Mrs. Stoppinall, you heard your attorney
Yes.
not only state the terms of your plea agreement, but stated some other things, and I just want to make sure that he made some representations about, different options and what he felt. And just want to make sure that you don't disagree with anything he said. I mean, I don't want you to come back and say, well, the attorney said this, but that really wasn't true. I really wanted to consider Phoenix House, and no? Okay, so you believe that this plea agreement is in your best interest? And you've had a chance to review the plea agreement?
Sure.
And have you had a chance to have all your legal questions answered by your attorney to your satisfaction?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any further legal questions regarding this plea? No?
No, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I apologize. In my drafting of this, I failed to write down the words revoke and terminate, and I probably need to add that.
Sure.
Thank you. Frank, 57.
And importantly, you understand that by entering into this plea agreement here today, it is a final resolution of the violation of probation, of your entire case, actually. And, but you, by doing that, you are waiving some valuable legal rights. And the legal rights are the right to go to a hearing and force the state to prove their case also. I'm just interested, it won't kind of turn the tide one way or another, but why are you wanting to accept this plea in the face of legal counsel advising you otherwise?
Your Honor, could I offer for her to approach the bench? It might be something of a real personal nature. Would that be?
If it is.
If
you'd rather speak to me in private.
Could we approach? I'm sorry, ma'am. Just come on up to the
You come right.
$19.99. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
As of today, would the court put her on 11/14 at 9 a.m.?
Yes, the court will, at this point, is not accepting the plea, and the court's going to just put us on a continuing for 11/14 to re-look at different options and to come back on November 14th at 9 a.m. Okay? Well, if there hasn't been a denial, then there should be a denial. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that. We're entering a denial on her behalf too.
Yes, please, Your Honor. Thank
So
you.
that doesn't, come on, okay.
May I advise Mr. Boone?
Sure.
Your Honor, Mr. Caleb Boone is before the court. Caleb Lincoln Boone in 22 CF 2779 from the morning docket number 30. He would like to deny the VOP. The state's offer is 12.1 months DOC. I would like to set his case for VOP evidentiary hearing. He was homeless, and there may have been some issues that we would like to pursue on willfulness. Thank you.
Okay. And so what I'm going to ask you to do, because it will have to be in the afternoon, Mr. Medina, to do an evidentiary, to call my office with the state and make the actual trial day. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. So we're denying it.
Deny the VOP, Your Honor. Thank you.
It's set for trial TBD.
Yes,
You've
Your
got to
Honor.
call on this side of it.
All right, can we do our arraignments? Your Honor, there were some arraignments that I had on my list that did not get called.
Okay? Yeah.
Also, we have Wendy Green in the gallery who says she was supposed to have court here, but I don't show her on my docket.
Who's Whitney Green? Come forward. Wendy, come forward. How do you spell is it green, G-R-E-E-N? Like the color? Is it?
On the end.
I'm sorry?
G-R-E-E-N-E.
An E on the end, Your Honor, G-R-E-E-N-E.
Okay, gotcha. And what is your first name?
Wendy.
Wendy.
She's represented by Mr. Harper, who made an opportunity for her back on September 14th, and she is set for December 11th.
Your lawyer already said not guilty.
Pled not guilty, Mr. Harper, and you're scheduled for December 11th at 9 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
And in the meantime, you need to call Mr. Harper's office and set up an appointment to talk with him and figure out where you're going, okay?
Yes, sir. My house had gotten foreclosed on and was kind of in transit for 2 weeks. I apologize.
Okay.
And I believe the court ordered for our afternoon hearing, or evening hearing this year.
Okay. We've got a few inmates that are yours, Mr. Medina.
And that's what it was, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Kenneth Berry is
Yes,
the
sir.
first one.
Your Honor, there were several that my cheat sheet said we didn't have information. I suspect that most of them, the information will have been filed over the last day or so that I didn't have yet. So Mr. Berry is one of those. Steve Medina with Kenneth A. Berry Jr. in 23 CF 1975, docket number 6. He will plead not guilty. And is he on December 13, Madam Clerk?
If he's not, he'll be on there for December 13th at 9 a.m.
Yeah, you can take it. Next would be Danielle Bertram. Your Honor, Steve Medina with Daniel B. Bertram, docket 7, 23 CF 2000, and it looks like we now have an information for him, and he will plead not guilty, Your Honor, and either be placed on the December 13 docket.
Very good. The court will enter a not guilty plea and will continue this matter until December 13th at 9 a.m.
Sir, address the court in a second.
We don't have anything before the court to really address.
Right this way, sir. Antonio Clark.
Hold on a second.
He's coming out next week.
Mr. Medina, you may proceed.
I don't know if this is my client, Your Honor. I don't know if he's PD appointed yet.
This is Mr. Clark, and he is unrepresented according to my sheets.
That's correct. So, Mr. Clark,
Yes, sir.
this is a felony plea docket to make a plea. Purpose of this is just to plead guilty or not guilty. But because this is a new charge, you do have a right, if you cannot afford one, to have an attorney appointed. So first of all, I generally do that first. Do you wish to have an attorney appointed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the court will appoint the public defender. What I'm going to do is I'm going to enter a not guilty plea that will preserve your rights. You're not going to be hurt with that. We'll come back on on 12/13, on December 13th at 9 a.m. We'll give you a chance to meet with your attorney and kind of look at your options.
Yeah, you're not on here.
Elijah Westbrook.
Now, is Westbrook's, I've got it down as Mr. Niddle being, are you, do you know, is that your client by chance?
I'm sorry, who, Your Honor? Westbrook?
Westbrook.
Oh,
Hi, my client's Christopher Davis. He's out of custody, Your Honor.
Right. No, you're not Mr. Niddle. There's an attorney, Mr. Niddle, that's who's on my docket. I was looking at you, Mr. Medina, and asked you because the clerk thought that maybe the PD was.
For that gentleman who just appeared?
Mr. Westbrook.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Westbrook.
It's totally not my part of the alphabet. I do not have any information about this individual.
Have you met with your attorney? Do you know you have an attorney?
I know Mr. Needles is my attorney, but he only came to see me at jail one time for my other case.
Is that a court appointed?
Nah, I didn't even know my...
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
And Your Honor, I'm sorry, this is Mr. Lasco's case.
This is Elijah Westbrook. What were you saying?
I said I didn't even know that I was supposed to come on these charges today.
No, don't talk about your case.
Yeah, I'm not going to let him talk about this case. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and enter a not guilty plea on your behalf.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Not guilty will preserve your rights, give you a chance. We'll continue this matter until December 13th at 9 a.m. And Mr. Niddle will be noticed of this.
Yes, sir. The system will automatically notify Mr. Miller.
Okay, so we'll do that. So hopefully he'll come by and you'll have some discussion. Miss.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. Again, this is Mr. Lasco's case, but I was just tooling around and looking at the clerk's minute sheet, it looks like yesterday, Mr. Niddle addressed this with the court and added, it says added to today, 23 CF 2080. And then it looks like Mr. Niddle continued his case to December the 13th yesterday.
Okay, so he's aware, but that's the main thing. Okay, so good, so let's come see, I'm sure.
That'll be good.
Okay.
Sabrina Bethune?
All right, I think these are fast enough.
Your Honor, I did not realize Ms. Bethune was in custody. May I have a moment with her?
Sure.
We may be able to work out her deal.
Sure. Is Bowden here in the courtroom? I don't see anybody. Would the state review that?
I'll look at the case, Your Honor.
23 CF 1998, see if there's service. There's no attorney listed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it'll probably back his information. You know, we can hand out to them on the computer.
Right. So he hasn't shown it, right?
Just stand still for a second. I haven't heard. I've never didn't realize you were back where I'm.
Okay, let me see if something happened yesterday.
That's correct.
Is he a current?
And I have a few clients,
Okay, I don't want to discuss. Is he involved in this? No.
Yes, sir, the Lewis on 1213. See, when they handle these cases a few days at a time, if,
I saw that one.
I have your information.
I've got Mr. Notes having that one as well.
all right, let me look at,
They direct, is he a juvenile, they direct file?
It's a juvenile, I don't know what her file.
Well, they had to direct file on these juvenile.
It is juvenile.
yes, sir, now, I don't have anything on J.B. Brooks. There is a written plea not guilty filed on September 5th.
He filed not guilty?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's why he didn't come. We'll bring him out and I'll explain.
Okay.
Bring it, both of them?
Well,
Blue and Brooks?
well, no, Blue,
Blue, okay.
they've already dealt with it.
Okay.
But just I'll let Mr. Brooks know that was, and he's set for December 13th, I assume.
Perfect.
So, Mr.
Your Honor, Steve Medina with Sabrina Sabrina S. Bethune, 23 CF 2019 and 21 CF 1358. I think we have a resolution, Your Honor. I'm sorry I did not realize she was in custody. It will take me a few minutes to write it up, but she wants to plead out today. If we may have the court's indulgence on that, it'll get
We've
out
got
of
some
there.
other things going on here, so.
My booking officer had to run back downstairs because they were acting, one was acting kind of unruly, so he took him downstairs. He'll be a minute or two, so I don't know if he wants to take this time to write it up.
Sure.
It will not take but 5 minutes
That's
to go
fine.
over, Your Honor. She could even have a seat in the courtroom if that's convenient.
Wait a second.
Judge.
Whoa. Who is?
The 211358 on this Bethune.
Oh.
So I'll give you the number because it's next week. It's on the docket.
Give me a name, give me a number again.
21 CF 1358.
She has a private lawyer?
No?
No, sir, she's got you and it's set for the 17th of October.
Oh, okay.
You got two cases.
Yes, Your Honor. I also, it reminds me that I need to do a super quick conflict check as well, so it'll just take 5 minutes.
Okay.
Your Honor, tonight, you were asking about Mr. Bowden's case, that's 23
Yes.
CF 1998. Does the court have access to the clerk site at the bench? Can I approach on that?
Sure. Do I need to be pulling it out?
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Dave's Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at Dave'sTirePros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
You want to go ahead and do that email? Bring the email up here?
Yeah, he's not back yet, but once he is, I will have him do that.
Okay. You need just a couple more, I'm not trying to rush you, need a couple more minutes, Mr. Medina?
I don't know, I'm just trying to see if I can get a misdemeanor instead of a felony, but...
Well, we're going to take a short break anyway, so...
We'll resolve it by then, Your Honor.
Okay, and then we'll deal with it.
Yes, sir. All rise, please.
No, he just...
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
What can I help you with?
I think I was bit by a vampire.
This is definitely concerning, but I don't have any experience with vampire bites. I do, however, have training in accident investigation from the Florida Highway Patrol, and I'm proud to say that I've received many awards that... Hey, you feeling okay, buddy?
Injured? Take a breath. Call Coy.
I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
The Cottage Formalwear, located at 648 North Wilson Street, has all your needs for looking your best. We have homecoming, prom, and pageant dresses. We have tux rental suits, vests, ties. Need something casual? We have that too. Shop Hometown First and visit us on Facebook at the Cottage Boutique and Formalwear. We're located at 648 North Wilson Street. Call 850-682-2446.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict of $11.5 million for your client from a death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AV preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell works tirelessly for his clients, as is evident by this extraordinary verdict. If you're taking your case to trial, be prepared. Contact Dixie Dan Powell and Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is...
You ready, Mr. Medina?
I apologize, Judge, I had to...
If you're not, we got a couple of things we can do.
Do you mind...
Let's bring out the juvenile.
Do we need to clear us out of this work area for the juvenile? Or
No.
This will be just 5 seconds.
Okay. Mr. Jaden Brooks?
Yes, sir.
So, your attorney, Mr. Noakes,
Yes, sir.
is private attorney. Purpose of today's hearing is to basically just take a plea, guilty, not guilty. Okay? But your attorney already provided one in writing. So he entered a not guilty plea on your behalf. I just wanted to let you know what was going on so you're not like back there, hey, what's going on? Why am I being brought around? So, you've had a not guilty plea which preserves all of your rights. And we're going to come back on December 13th at 9 a.m. for the case management conference, not case management, pre-trial conference. And in the interim, I'm sure your attorney is going to be speaking with you, okay? I just kind of want to let you know what's going on.
Can I ask you something?
You can, but don't talk about your case.
Why is my bond so high?
That's about your case. Talk to your attorney about that.
Right this way.
I'm sorry. And Jaden Brooks is case number 2023 CF 1974.
Okay. Well, that's in here, and I'll keep it.
And Your Honor, just so the clerk knows, it looks like on benchmark they have him set for 12/11. So we want to make sure that gets changed.
I'm sorry, what?
On benchmark, he's set for 12 pre-trial. He said on the 12/11 date and not 12/13.
Who
So
is?
Mr. Brooks.
Okay, well, he needs to have that changed to 12/13 because he's an inmate.
Yes, sir. That was my point.
Okay, but thank you for telling me that. So I can tell you to do something. Do we have the
Velvets? Yes, but it looks like I don't need it.
I need to have a case number.
What's that?
Velvets. Yeah, let's bring them.
Okay. Because I know that sometimes can take
Monetary to the new felony.
Yeah, that's.
I'm going to be conducting a thread hearing. That's why we're bringing him back out.
He's going to do his thread hearing. I can send this direct.
Good afternoon, Mr. Betts. This is case number 2019 CF 1261 and 2023 CF 483. So, Mr. Betts, yesterday you dismissed your attorney, your private attorney, but you have an absolute right to. But now we've got to figure out where you're going from here. And I understood you to say that you wanted to represent yourself?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And why is that? Why do you want to represent yourself?
Am I supposed to be put under oath right now, or?
Yeah, why don't we go under oath? Would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir, I do. Is it alright if I read this paper? Does it pretty much explain why? Your Honor, I am respectfully requesting that Mr. Ricky Diamond be removed from my case due to conflict of interest and file for inadequate representation. On Friday, September 29th, 2023, I called Mr. Darren's office.
Okay, first of all, I'm not trying to break in on you.
Yes, sir.
But that's not an issue. You have the right to fire your attorney. You fired him. He's done.
Yes, sir.
You don't have to talk about Mr. Daly. The question that's this hearing, there's a technical term for this type of hearing, it's called a FREDA hearing.
Yes, sir.
Is to figure out how you're going forward, because generally speaking, it's always better to have an attorney. And if you can't afford an attorney, the court will appoint you an attorney and give you an opportunity to have legal representation. Because, as I'm sure you know, well, maybe you don't. I mean, it's very difficult as an untrained layperson to engage in these civil battles, which is essentially what courtroom cases are, civilized warfare. And it's very difficult if you don't know the rules of the game. And to make matters more complicated, the court is not allowed to help you. So if I realize you're making a terrible strategic blunder, I can't say anything to you. Because then I'd be taking sides. I can't say anything. I can't help the other side either. It's not that I'm not trying to help you. I can't help either side. Yes, I have to stay neutral. Okay? And so as a result of that, I've got to ask you a bunch of questions for you to let you represent yourself. That's what we're doing here today. That's what this FREDA hearing. I'm laying that on the table.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Have you had any legal training?
No, sir, I have not.
You know anything about the rules of evidence, the rules of criminal procedure?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay. And, you know where to look, case law and statutes? You know what statute you're being?
I mean, I've done research on my tablet. I've advised Mr. Byram if he could have a Franks hearing, an evidentiary hearing. He's refused that. I've researched it. It says I'm supposed to make a preliminary showing to you, Your Honor. Showing.
Okay, but the thing is, so I just want to be clear that, and again, I'm going to start off by saying this: you do have a right to have an attorney. If you can't afford one, one will be appointed. Do you not want to avail yourself of that? You don't want to accept a public defender?
I mean, from my standpoint, Your Honor, I'm having trouble trusting any of them, honestly, because I've called, like as I was saying, I called his office, and his own supervisor didn't have knowledge of my case or knowledge of the payment that we made, which was the reason why I wanted him off of my case.
There are different lawyers. You had one lawyer, you had a bad experience with your lawyer. Other people have other experiences. So, but I mean, that was a private attorney, you know.
Yes, sir.
So that's different. So you understand that by, in your pre-trial, there are a number of different discovery issues that come up. There are issues, even of constitutional issues, about how they can proceed against you. Do you know anything about any of these rules?
No, sir, I do not.
You don't? So, have you ever been in a criminal jury, full-blown jury trial?
No, sir, I have not.
You've never sat through a true jury trial other than watching it on TV, which of course is fantasy.
Yes, sir.
And you're wanting to go this alone without anybody to help you.
Your Honor, it's not hard to reveal the truth.
It's not hard to reveal the truth. What are the Can you pull up his charges and what the maximum sentence is on his charges?
Yes, Your Honor, I can. So, well, let me just pull up the score sheet, Your Honor, for me just a second. So, Your Honor, count 1 is attempted second-degree murder. Count 2 is aggravated battery upon a law enforcement officer.
What are the maximum sentences for those two charges?
Here, Your Honor, the count 1 is a first-degree felony punishable by life. The maximum on that count is life. The second charge is an aggravated battery. It's a first-degree felony. The maximum on that is 30 years.
30?
Yes, sir. Count 3 is an aggravated fleeing and eluding. That is a second-degree felony. The maximum on that is 15 years. Count 4 is resisting with violence. That is a third-degree felony. The maximum on that is 5 years. Count 5 is depriving an officer of means of protection or communication. That's a third-degree felony. The maximum on that is 5 years. Count 6 is a third-degree felony, possession of a controlled substance. The maximum on that is 5 years. Count 7 is a misdemeanor giving a false name to a law enforcement officer. The maximum on that is 1 year. Mr. Belbetz's total sentence points are 262.30 points. His lowest permissible sentence is 175 months, and 73, so 175 months and some days. And I'm looking at the total for the maximum, Judge, I'm sorry. And the maximum is obviously life on that first degree felony, Your Honor.
It's actually almost 2 lives. And you're wanting to go this alone without an attorney. Mr. Betts, is that what you're telling me?
As I said, Your Honor, it's hard for me to trust anybody. I've paid.
I don't care whether you trust anybody.
$25,000.
One of my big fans was Ronald Reagan when he was president. One of his favorite sayings when he was dealing with the Russians, he said, "Trust but verify." I'm not asking you to trust anybody. You can verify all you need, but you go in there to all these things. You go to a trial. Do you know how to pick a jury?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay. You know how to call witnesses? You know what the rules are about what kind of questions you can ask and which kind of questions you can't ask a witness?
No, sir, I do not.
And you say you haven't ever studied the rules of evidence or the rules of criminal procedure?
No, sir.
Protecting, properly preserving possible errors on the other side so you can appeal it? You know anything about that, what that goes into?
No, sir. And this is just me being...
Well, let me, I'm not here, I guess I am, I'm going to make a suggestion. Maybe an offer is what it is. I'm assuming you can qualify. I don't know if you can. You think you can qualify for a public defender? You got a lot of extra money sitting around?
I do not have a lot of extra money sitting around. The money used to pay for Mr. Dyer was actually the money from the mother of my child.
Okay, so you didn't have any money yourself. You had to essentially borrow from somebody, a family or friend?
Yes, sir.
Help you with that.
I'm currently in the...
So, if you accept the appointment of the public defender, talk to the public defender, you have the right to dismiss the public defender at some point in the future. Again, I can't get you to trust anybody. That's not the issue. But, you know, my job, my whole job is to try to be fair in these proceedings. I'm not with the state, I'm not with the defense. I'm the neutral, I'm the umpire in the baseball game. I don't favor the teams.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And I'm looking at this thing, and this ain't fair. You going into a trial facing life. Life is a long time. You're a young man. Okay? Facing life imprisonment without an attorney. I'm not saying you're foolish, but I'm saying if you take that action is foolish. Because it does matter whether you know these rules. It does matter as to the outcome of these cases. So, if the court does appoint, would you accept the appointment of a public defender, knowing that if at any point along the way, just like you did with Mr. Daron, that you can dismiss? Would you be willing to accept the appointment?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the court will appoint the public defender. We'll come back on December 15th at 9 a.m. That's the regular pre-trial.
Your Honor, I'm handing Mr. Velvet's, is it, my card. I do need to get access to his file and do a conflict check. I'm not sure if the public defender is going to be remaining on the case, but we'll inquire immediately. Thank you.
And when they have the public defender, if there's a conflict with other cases, sometimes there'll be an appointment of another person. But
yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Here's the order. And Mr. Medina,
yes,
are you ready
to proceed with a plea for Ms. Bethune?
Very good.
Sabrina S. Bethune is before the court in 21 CF 1358 and 23 CF 2019. And I'm making a copy on my phone so I can approach with the agreement, Your Honor. And may I allow probation to make a copy too, Judge,
sure,
on the phone? Because it's a lot of hand scratching that. Thank you. Good. Appreciate it. May I approach?
You may.
And we have a score sheet, which we have no question on the score sheet.
Very good. Thank you. You
Your Honor,
announce
under the agreement, she's resolving 23 CF 1358 and the new law 23 CF 2019 on the misdemeanor VOP case, which is 21 CF 1358. She is admitting the VOP on the second count, which was a misdemeanor VOP that ran consecutive to the first count. The first count is expired, so she would not be admitting the VOP on count 1 of 21 CF 1358, but only as to count 2. There will be time served, $100 VOP fee, $100 public defense fee, revoke and terminate. Monetary obligations would go to the new law case, 23 CF 2019. In 23 CF 2019, there will be an adjudication of guilt, 6 months community control, and she explains to me that she's been on house arrest before, so she knows what community control is. $515 in court costs, 150 PD fees, 24 hours community service, maintain gainful employment or complete 2 applications per week, no drugs not prescribed, no firearms, random UAs at least once a month. Thank you, Your Honor.
State?
That's the state's agreement, Your Honor.
Ms. Bethune, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So, you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement.
Yes, sir.
I see those same terms are in writing in your written plea agreement that you signed. So my first question is, did you read this closely?
Yes, sir.
And did you go over it in detail with your attorney, make sure you had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
You understand that by entering into this agreement here today that was laid out, this will be a final resolution of these BOPs. You
Yes,
understand
sir.
that?
Yes,
So
sir.
by doing this, you're waiving the right to go to a trial and a hearing. Yeah, that's a valuable right. Force the state to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes, sir.
You don't want to do that. You want to resolve it with this. Is
Yes,
that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you believe this is in your best interest to do this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea. There'll be an admission as to count 2 only of 21 CF 1358, the misdemeanor violation. Count 2 is expired. There will be some cost and fees on that, but there'll be revoke and terminate supervision on that 1 count.
I apologize, Judge. I think the court, or I may have written it in reverse, but it was expired as to count 1.
Expired is count 1. That's what it is. I said it wrong. Count number 2, you'll get credit for time served. So that'll also be completed.
Yes.
And they'll revoke and terminate probation. Okay, so that'll be finished. So all you have to focus on is this. The monetary will actually roll into this 23 CF 2019, which is the newer case. There'll be an adjudication of guilt. Court sentencing you to 6 months community control with a number of other requirements. There's no regular probation beyond the community control, right?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. So you've got fees and costs, and you got some other things that are in the community service, no drugs, alcohol. Well, it doesn't say no alcohol. No drugs, not prescribed, no firearms, etc. All the things that are contained here. Do you understand? You've gone over all these things. You believe you can handle all these?
Yes, sir.
You have any questions?
I'm a big pardon, Your Honor.
That's all right. Go ahead.
I just wanted to advise her on the record because I don't have a feel for the monetary obligations, but I would imagine that she's very limited means. But if she gets close to the end of the 6 months community control and hasn't paid off the monetary obligations, to get with probation about what her options might be. I don't know what will be in your best interest at that point, but I certainly don't want you going back to jail because you haven't been able to pay your court costs or whatever. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And the most important advice I give everybody who goes on to probation or community control: keep the lines of communication. Regular communication with the probation. Simple thing.
Yes, sir.
They need to be your new best friend.
Thank you.
It's
Yes,
got to
sir.
be #1 priority for these period of time. You get through this, get beyond. You don't need to be in an orange jumpsuit.
Yes, sir.
And I know you don't want to be. Sir, probation?
Yes, so where are you looking at?
110. That's the one.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay.
Right, it's finished.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe that I may be done with my business. May I be excused, Your Honor?
You may.
I will pack up my belongings. Thank you.
Also, we have a court reporter that needs to sign this document.
Yep. You're on the motion to express. We've got a couple other things we've got to deal with before that. On Cowan, did we ever get that continued? Or does somebody need to make a motion? I think everybody's in agreement on it, but
Your Honor, what I can tell the court is,
this is 21 CF 970, I believe.
what I can tell the court is performance Basso left today. She said that it had been continued. And she said to remind you that it had been continued.
Pardon? Well, the court will announce that it will be continued if it has not been continued. Not sure that it has been continued, but it will be. What is it continued to, by the way? Does it need to be rescheduled?
It will need to, probably need to be.
So it's going to be continued TBD.
Correct, Judge.
With Ms. Van Boxer.
If you want to.
Thank you. Probation, you guys are good to go. Thank you for your assistance today. Okay. We got one last thing before we do the motion to suppress is the Victor Stanton bond hearing. Mr. Owens, is Mr. Owens here? Where's Mr. Owens? Didn't we reschedule this for 1:30?
I believe it is.
Yes, we moved it from yesterday. It was scheduled, I think, for 9 o'clock this morning, and Your Honor set it specifically for 3 o'clock this afternoon.
We set it for 3?
Yes, Judge.
Can we get him over? What's that?
He had something wrong this morning. He had court as well as account.
We could have Inmate Stanton transported.
Can we get him transported by 3? Well,
Hey,
it's 3 o'clock now, but we're going to do the motion to suppress now because Mr. Owens isn't here.
Do you know anything about a Victor Stanton that was supposed to be transported? The name wasn't on our account. They have to go to the rest of you and bring him back, but I don't know if it's true.
Is that your case, Ms. Brooks?
Yes, Judge. I have not had contact with Mr. Owens since court yesterday.
I know it was a little bit disjointed, so I'm not like, I can certainly understand how there may have been a misunderstanding, including myself. I may be the one who mistakenly understood it to be. I got it down at 1:30.
I heard 1:30.
Yeah, but they can't get him. They can't get him down. They can't get him down. Can you reschedule it?
Well, Judge, it looks like, so the main thing was Mr. Stanton's father was going to testify. It looks like he's present in the courtroom. Is Miss Eileen available to call Mr. Owens and see where he is, if he wants to waive his client's appearance at least? Because the purpose was for his dad to testify. And his dad's present, and just at this point, I feel like we need to at least give him the opportunity to let us know where he is.
Sure. Well, we've got a motion to suppress hearing, and we'll jump on that, and you can find out where Mr. Owens is.
Is Miss Eileen present? Do you want me to go talk to her?
Miss Eileen is available. She sure is.
I'll run down to your office if that's
Sure,
okay with you,
that's fine.
and check and see what the status is.
Unless you're on the motion to suppress hearing.
No, Judge.
Okay. Yes, you're welcome to.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, very good. So, Christopher Davis.
Hello, Your Honor. Ryan Curtis, appearing on behalf of Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis is present. He's approaching. And, Your Honor, before we go on the record and begin the hearing...
Hold on. I'm sorry. Is there anywhere? Let's see where else.
It said there was not going to be any witness testimony, and she said she could stand in the witness stand.
Your Honor, I could briefly address the court. What happened...
On record?
It doesn't need to be. So what happened is I thought that with CourtSmart, I heard that CourtSmart wasn't working. That's why I got a private court reporter for this. I didn't know that there was going to be somebody in here recording.
Yeah, we have to record. That's why we're doing it. She's been doing yeoman efforts.
And
so with her being here, do you need a court reporter?
Not for what I'd like to talk to you about, Judge. On the motion to suppress, I believe that the police officers will be present today. I didn't subpoena them. Normally they're here on a motion to suppress. They're not here. We've got two arguments that we're making. One of the arguments is under Franks v. Delaware and Johnson v. State. Under that argument, I do bear the burden of proof. The state would bear the burden of proof of the other argument on the motion to suppress. Since the police officers are not here, I would prefer to have the hearing with them here. So I'd like to subpoena them so that they're here. And Your Honor, I apologize for this, but I think it's just in everybody's best interest that they be here so that we have a full hearing.
State.
Your Honor, the state did not call Detective Swinson here today because the state's understanding is the same as Mr. Cardozo's, is that it's his burden of proof on the Franks hearing. He must prove to the court by a preponderance what he's alleged. And the state's burden of proof is on the probable cause as to the search warrant, which the state does not usually present evidence, as the court knows, because challenging probable cause of a search warrant is a four corners of the document argument, and there's no outside testimony that's usually presented for that, so that's why I did not call Detective Swinson here today. My issue is I would love for us not to continue this hearing today because I know the hearing dates are precious. But I'll leave it at the court's discretion.
If it wasn't the state's burden with regards to the police officer, why did you think that they were going to subpoena them?
Your Honor, it was my mistake. And normally I've had hearings like this, in my career. Every motion to suppress, the officers have been there. So I take responsibility. It was my mistake. I apologize to the court. I apologize to my client and to all the people in the courtroom today. But I'd like the opportunity to subpoena them and have a full hearing, Judge.
And do you have any witnesses? You
No,
don't
Your Honor,
anticipate, like say you're just doing a four corners argument?
Yes, sir.
Did you file some, by the way? Did you file?
No, Your Honor. My argument was going to be legal argument and based on the facts that had already been alleged. So I did not file a response. But if the hearing gets continued and the court would like a response from the state, I will certainly do that, Your Honor.
Because this is essentially potentially a dispositive motion. The court would essentially be deciding the case, or at least cut off an avenue for the defense in a major way, even though it's a defense screw-up. I don't think I can just push through with the hearing without proper witnesses. So, I'm not happy, but I believe that based upon our criminal rules, it would be appropriate to continue. So, you need to get with my judicial assistant to schedule another hearing.
Yes, sir.
How long do you anticipate this? About an hour long hearing?
Hour and a half.
Okay. You can call her and she'll settle.
Okay.
Yes, sir, I will do that.
Thank you, Your Honor. Will be excused? Thank you.
Would you like to be excused here? You're excused, ma'am.
If you don't tell them that it's served, just let me know and I'll call them and tell them what day. Okay. I didn't even think about it. That's okay.
2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview Historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items. And we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Serving lunch from 11 to 2. Hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com.
That's, but you need to really consider whether that's, from your point of view, from the defense point of view, whether that is adequate and whether you would do it. I am in no way not trying to push you to do that. I'm just trying to accommodate, quite frankly, your witness if you would want to go that route. And I understand some of the issues that might arise not having your client here, and I want to make sure that we're following the rules to the letter.
Do we have something next week, maybe, that we can come back on?
No, it's not like that. You guys, when we get these things, these are the hardest things for me to schedule right now, are lengthier criminal hearings.
You say lengthy, 15 minutes probably.
That's not me.
Excuse me?
I said, that's not me. How many hearings do we have? We might be able to get it done next week, and there's the miscellaneous for next week. What do we have?
Yeah, I was just, if you want to agree with
We have 4 in the afternoon.
If you all went back and talked, I mean, we have a miscellaneous next Tuesday.
And on Thursday.
Tuesday, but we could probably do it. If you're telling me we're talking, less than 30 minutes. That's what you're telling me, is less than a 30-minute hearing.
15.
I think that we can get that in either on Tuesday or Thursday, or either of those.
I got a full day of depositions on Tuesday on a couple of murder cases that I've had set now for months. So I don't think that
What about Thursday?
Thursday I can do. I do have court with Judge Brown, but I'll be available here. No problem.
Judge, I've got Thursday the 19th. Next Thursday would be good for me. I've got a plea in front of Judge Young, County Court Judge in Escambia County. I can get somebody else to handle that.
Well, as long as, like I say, we got all afternoon. As long as we're flexible in the afternoon, we can't stick it in the morning because we got
I think you have judicial reviews that morning, the October the 19th. I'm going to be here anyway for that. I don't know if you want to deal with it then or in the afternoon of Thursday, but I'm wide open Thursday, October.
Judicial reviews?
On 10/19. In the afternoon, you have 3 cases scheduled. In the morning, so far, you've only got 1, but you've got docket day on Monday that will put more cases on the jury review.
Right.
How did it get set for 8:30 to begin with?
I have no idea. That was not, I can guarantee you that was not set by Eileen. That I